I definitely wasn't planning on having Durant Mill be my first Pokemon TCG live gameplay video, but here we are. I played a few games with the deck on stream and it performed better than I could have possibly imagined. The deck is simple. Get 4 Durant in play, then use Twin Energy or Double Turbo Energy to use Durant's Devour attack, which mills 1 card for every Durant you have in play. Manaphy helps keep your bench Pokemon safe, and Minccino is what you use to draw cards every single turn. What I learned through testing is that your turn 1 is extremely important. You have to start off strong. Maybe a Lumineon V or Crobat V makes sense to help out with that, but I managed to use this list successfully for now. Since you're unlikely to win in 6 turns, the deck plays a couple of ways to buy yourself a turn. First up is Galar Mine plus Pokémon Catcher. If you face off against Mew VMAX, bide your time and bring up a Genesect V when the time is right. If you milled their switch cards or their stadiums or their energy, they won't be able to do anything and they'll be stuck for at least 1 or 2 turns at the least. Additionally, Yell Horn confuses both active Pokemon. Use that in combination with Scoop Up Net to allow yourself to attack, but give your opponent only a 50-50 chance of attacking unless they switch. I talked about variations to the deck throughout the video, but Yveltal from Celebrations is an option to discard 3 special energy at once, or you can use Babarrel instead of Minccino to draw out your cards. Personally, I like this list, so definitely give it a shot. And one last thing before we get started, if you've never watched TCG live gameplay, it is so much slower than PTCGO by a lot. And everyone's either playing Mew VMAX or a free deck, so that makes for an interesting experience. Let's get started. Alright, so I have to call the coin flip. So I'm playing Durant, so you never want to go first with Durant. You always want to go second with Durant. I have been playing it a little bit off stream, so I think you need to go faster. You got to be like Sonic, you got to go fast. So I think I might chuck in a Crobat just to be safe, because oh, I mean, with hands like these, who cares, right? With hands like these, this is amazing. I don't have a supporter. Oh, they're done. They are done. McArmy, we got this one. So as long as I can find Manaphy, I mean, this isn't going to be a great turn 1 just because I can't attack. But it's not like they're going to have a good turn 1 either, right? Like their turn 1, I mean, they might start a Snorlax. Oh, we got the double turbo. We got the double turbo. Alright, so they're just starting a Rowlet. They're probably going to do some fun things that I don't like. Alright, so I have to give... What am I doing? We're going to go to TGI. So I gave TGI KFC the code. And then McArmy, you also wanted Rebel Clash, so I'll send that your way. Code is now in your Whisper. Hopefully it works. Just don't try it on TCG Live because it won't work there. Because you're not allowed to redeem codes on the new game. Because it breaks the game. So McArmy gets the code, and then who else wanted? Dean Force and UU Man. Alright. So there's code for Dean Force, and let's send it to UU Man, and then I'm all caught up. Uh-oh. Alright, my turn. So I got battle... I don't like bosses. I don't like... well, hang on. They just have a Rowlet. I think I'm okay if I prioritize the Durant this turn. Because I'm going to pull up a Sobble. I'm going to waste the bosses. I don't like bosses. I don't really like Roseanne's backup either. Just because you need to have a fast start with this deck. You can't go slow. You have to have, you know, an amazing turn 1 where you have 3 Durant down, at least 1 Minccino. So it can get really tough if you don't have a really good start. And I already got rid of our Candy. That's good. They're down to Dartrix. They're down to Scoop Up Net. They're down a lot of things. But of course, they just have the Drizzile. Alright, so UU Man. Okay, so that one was PX. Alright, so that one's PX. Multitasking. It's always my weakness. That and math. If you ask me to do 2 math equations at once, that would just be the worst case scenario. Alright, so I'm all caught up on the codes. UU Man should have it. Dean Force should have it. Manage reward request. Complete them all. Alright, so I'm all caught up. And I was looking at the results from some tournaments recently, and it looks like Arceus V-Star with Charon's Care is a thing. I don't know if I'll be able to find it just because Limitless just updated everything, so I don't know how... there we go. So it went 4 and 2. Oh no, this was a different one. So this is the Dark Box Arceus deck, or just the just toolbox deck. But there was an Arceus version of the deck that seemed really interesting. It had Charon's Care. It was, you know, maybe it had just all the things. But I don't know if I can find it anymore. I swear it exists. I swear I found a deck that was Arceus V-Star. Still can't find it. It existed somewhere. Maybe it was in my brain, but somewhere it existed. Alright, so I'm just going to use a Razor Leaf. That is not what they want to be doing, so I'm going to... Well, there's Galar Mine. That doesn't really do anything, so I think I'll just get a Cinccino. The reason I'm going for the Cinccino build over the Barrel build is because you can find your Cinccinos with Level Ball. So that's the only reason. I'm in situations where sometimes I'd rather have the Barrel, but you know, this is where we are. All right, so I'm going to, I guess, get rid of the Galar Mine because I don't really plan on trapping anybody, and I'll just go get another. Oh no, I want the Manaphy. No. I mean, with quick shooting and everything, that could be a bit annoying. Yeah, I mean, I think getting Manaphy now is fine. And then I can get another Durant next turn, because I have a full bench. So it's not like I can get Manaphy and a Durant. And they only have 29 cards left, and they haven't taken a prize, and I have Manaphy in play. They don't play any recovery if this is the free version. The free version doesn't play Ordinary Rod. It doesn't play Rescue Carrier. I hate that effect with the game where if you're looking at something and then your opponent does something, it takes over. And then all of a sudden you can't do anything. You can't look at what you're looking at. So they're going to have to quit shooting the Manaphy, Razor Leaf the Manaphy. Oh, they're just going to take a knockout on the active. What are they doing? Okay, so they're bringing up the Manaphy. Do they have the Decidueye? And an energy? And they're just trolling me right now? That is a very interesting decision by my opponent. Alright, so I think I'm just going to get rid of the Quick Ball. Hopefully this works out. If not, I mean, worst case scenario, they knock out the Manaphy. Ooh. Okay. So I think I bosses the... Yeah, I'll bosses the quick shooting Inteleon. Maybe I'll buy myself an extra turn. We'll see what happens here, because you don't really play any retreat cards here. I mean, I do play Scoop Up Net, but I kind of want them to take a knockout, so I can draw up to 8 in my hand. And you're dreading the switch to TCG Live for all the cards that will go to the Void. Oh, I lost probably tens of thousands of cards to the Void, McArmy, and I'm starting to regret doing the migration to TCG Live. Maybe I should have just started a dummy account. I mean, the player base is gone. No one's playing the game anymore. You can't redeem codes. The animations take forever. The game just isn't running well. So I'm really regretting my decision of switching. I should have stayed in PTCGO. Who would have thought that a 10-year-old game would be just so much better than the brand new one? Alright, so they are going to... You know, in hindsight, I probably should have let them just knock out the Manaphy. And not... Or like I should have tried to dig for an energy to retreat, because with quick shooting Inteleon, they can just quit shooting the damaged Durant. They can really run through me with Decidueye. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake on my opponent's part. Wait, what? What? They don't have a big pair? What? Hang on, what just happened? Oh, that is horrible. So it does all the things, and then it realizes, oh, you can't actually do that, so we're going to stop you from doing that. So it does all the damage, it does all the things, and then it's like, whoops, just kidding, haha. That is not great. All right, so let's go get the Cinccino. I know I'm gonna regret saying this because I'm gonna jinx myself, but I have yet to prize a Durant in all of the games I've played. So I don't need Peonia. There's all my energy. I mean, Tool Scrapper could be useful, but let's just get rid of it. Who needs Tool Scrapper, right? Well, apparently I do. So is it worth it to... I think it's worth it to try and use Team Yell Horn. Or actually, let's try Pokemon Catcher first. Pokemon Catcher first, see if that gets me anything. It does not. Alright, well, I will Quick Ball away Gloria. Go get my final Durant, and then... Does Cursed Shovel activate if it's not in the active? Let me see the... Can I please see Cursed Shovel? There we go. So it doesn't have to be in the active. That's good. So I think I'll take a chance. But then again, it would give them an opportunity to deal more damage to a benched one. So they'd be able to take 2 knockouts next turn. So I think I want to force them to have everything they need. And they only have 9 cards left in deck. I haven't even been paying attention to that. They only had 9 cards left in deck. So they have to bosses up the other Durant with the energy on it. They have to manage to deal with the Tool Scrapper, which I don't think they can do. So I don't think there's really anything... Oh, they got 2 quick shootings? Damn it. So hopefully they don't go for the... Okay, they went for the active. I was like, hopefully they don't go for the active, because that would be the big brain play. You know, you mill your opponent's entire deck. You wouldn't think they'd be able to drum up 2 quick shooting and Teleon lines. Alright, so I'm going to send up the damaged one, because I want to make it more difficult for them to do things. Oh, Tool... See, that's why I shouldn't have done the thing. That's why I shouldn't have done the thing. I knew I was going to regret getting rid of the Tool Scrapper, but, I mean, it'd be on the bottom of the deck anyway. Alright, Battle VIP Pass, Bruno, Echoing Horn. Echoing Horn is pretty much useless, right? Especially in this matchup, it's pretty much useless. But with only having 8 cards left, yeah, they're going to put 20 there, 20 there. Knock out the active. I can't confuse them. Tool Jammer really sucks, but I've already used a couple Cursed Shovel. God, I hate TCG Live. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, so I'll put the... There's the Rescue Carrier. Yeah, just devour their cards. I mean, I could go for Manaphy, but I'm like I'm gonna be greedy. I'm like two devours away from just winning the game. I'll use the Cinccino. It's just, there's times where it's like, yeah, the Cinccino is a much better option than Bibarel, because again, you can use it with... do I want to keep Bird Keeper just in case? Yeah, because I don't need Echoing Horn, so let's just do that. I mean, there's scenarios where it's like the Cinccino is much better because you can use it with Level Ball, but then Bibarel would get me out of stupid situations like this where I don't really have what I need. Yeah, let's just Bruno. So I can't decide. Alright, so I have a great hand for next turn. Team Yell Horn is kind of like a dead card. Like, I get the point behind it. It is to confuse your opponent. You play Galar Mine, you play Pokemon Catcher, you try and find a way to buy yourself at least 1 extra turn. So either forcing your opponent to flip for confusion, or trying to like bring up a Genesect and then Galar Mine it. But it's just... I don't know. I'm just the list isn't perfect. There's so many situations where it's like, okay, if I'm in this situation, I want this card, but if I'm in this situation, I want this card. So I don't know if there's a perfect list for Durant, but to put it mildly, Durant is a threat in Standard. That is the best thing I can say. It is a threat in Standard. And is the line showing up in the stream? No, there's this weird line on my computer, but it's not showing up on the stream. Just like right up at the top by their cards in their hand. And that's game. Yeah, that's game. They went through their deck too hard and too fast. And that's all there is to it. You just gotta mill your opponent's deck and you win. And I just ate a whole bottle of ketchup. I have noticed earlier today, maybe Skyla? Ooh. For the turn 1 Battle VIP Pass. I think you just want to try and have as many Pokemon turn 1. That's why Gloria was in the deck. So Gloria is just Bridget for non-rule box Pokemon. So Gloria is just go get 3 basic Pokemon, put them on your bench. So I'm using Bruno turn 1, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, hit done. Yeah, I think you just... I don't know if there's a perfect combination here. Maybe I should play the Yveltal from Celebrations for this matchup specifically, because the Yveltal from Celebrations discards 3 special energy from your opponent's side of the field. So if the Mew V deck loads up on Fusion Strike energy, then you just drop the Yveltal and you're good to go. I don't know if Yveltal... Oh, that's not good. Does Yveltal have a retreat cost? It does. It has a retreat cost of 2, but Cry of Destruction is still pretty good. You have to play the Yveltal. It completely disarms Mew. True, but I'm not terribly worried about the Mew matchup. I don't know. Maybe if I played a little bit more, because I did beat a Mew deck earlier today. I guess it just depends. So this is a good start. I will put that down. Let's Galar Mine. Get rid of the Manaphy. Go for another. Yeah, Mew Mills. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so now the question is, do I wait for a turn or do I try and go for it? Because Bruno is not the right supporter. I think maybe just cut it to 1 Bruno. That's not good. Alright, so I think I'll try and Pokemon Catcher the Genesect, and maybe something good will happen here, because I haven't flipped heads on a single Pokemon Catcher all day. Please help. Send help. So yeah, Yveltal is definitely a consideration for the deck. You can, like I said, you can do any of like 1 of 10 cards. And the deck still functions pretty much as it should. I think I'll cut a Bruno, cut a Cynthia's Ambition, and just go for research. Maybe I'll have to up the number of Rescue Carrier. Roseanne's backup. RNG gods, yeah. Please. And Never Fear help us here. Hello, Energan. So we're just hoping to win some games with Durant today. Because the potential is definitely there. Like, see, they're taking 2 cards out of their deck for me. If I was able to Pokemon Catcher up that Genesect, there's no telling what could happen. And obviously, if I had the Yveltal, I would just send up the Yveltal, get rid of the Fusion, and double Turbo. So it's finding the perfect list that is, you know, the right balance. Because Bibarel is, you know, you really have 2 choices in decks like these days. Do you play Bibarel or do you play Cinccino? Bibarel and Cinccino both have their strengths and weaknesses. Like right now, I'd rather have a Bibarel line, but I wouldn't be able to find the Bibarel because I just have Level Ball. And Evolution Incense is kind of useless. Did they just use Why didn't they use Max Miracle? Oh, they couldn't use Max Miracle. Yeah, they couldn't use Max Miracle. Okay, I was like, why didn't they use Max Miracle? Because they couldn't. See, and there's research. Research is just the better option. All right, so I'll go get Cinccino just to have it. I can Rescue Carrier Kevin. I can actually go get Kevin and Manaphy, but I don't need Manaphy. I'd rather have the bench spot. You're just grinding for packs on the PTCGO events? That's how you do it. It's still last format, right? So it's still up until Fusion Strike, I believe, right? Alright, so I don't want Rescue Carrier. Where's all my energy? Did I prize all my energy or something? I don't care what energy. There's 7 in the deck. Just give me 1. Okay. And, oh, the confusion animation is so horrible. Alright, so I just have the Manaphy in there. I haven't done any. I haven't attacked once. You know, maybe Piers is the best. Piers broken card. Probably I play expanded. Right. And they had to switch. Oh, but they can't. They would have to attack with this Mew. That's the thing. They have to attack with this Mew. Because of Galar Mine. Did they make an oopsie? Did they make an oopsie? Did they make an oopsie? Oh, they didn't. Unless I... Like, see, if I was able to mill that fusion energy, if I'd been able to attack any of the last 2 turns, I probably would have won. And they're helping me out a little bit, but I think you have to attack every single turn. Why are they benching so many things right now? What are they doing? Why are you being like this, Kel? This is not what you should be doing. And it's just, you know, you look at this, like, if I had Bruno would be perfect here, but I have research, and I'm going to have to probably use research. 80% of your tournament games were against Mew. Mew is the best deck. It's the most popular deck. It is the most versatile deck. But Durant can kind of ruin its day, right? Durant can just kind of get in there. If Durant mills all your fusion energy, what's Mew supposed to do? So I think if you're having trouble against Mew, play Gengar or play Durant. Durant has a good matchup against most decks. You just have to find the right list. That is the issue. The right list is the issue with this deck. Alright, so what I am going to do is make do, and then we'll just see what I have to get rid of. Because I can bosses up a Genesect, and maybe they... Or I can just Pokemon Catcher up a Genesect. Am I seriously going to go 0 for 5 on coin flips today? No, the Bidoof. Alright, so I think I do this. I think I do this just to burn a Pokemon Catcher, because I have another Genesect I can bring up. I want to draw as many cards as possible. Any deck with Beedrill beats Mew? True. True. Alright, so I am drawing 6 cards, and I still have a Cinccino available to me. There's no way I lose. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Okay. There is no way I don't get what I need here. There is no way this does not work out in my favor. So I think at this point I have to ditch the research, because they might have like an air balloon, or they might be able to bump my Galar Mine. Just need an energy. Thank you. God. Turn whatever. I finally get my energy. Alright, so I'm going to devour 4 cards. I have a Cursed Shovel on my dude. I haven't hit any of their... They use that switch. I haven't gotten rid of any of their like air balloons or escape ropes or switches. So hopefully they're not stockpiling them. That's why I have the one... why can't I see my hand? Why... I honestly... Okay, there we go. Jeez. It's like I couldn't see my hand. So I don't have what I need. So I think I go into the Minccino. Because this way I don't have to worry about dealing with, you know, Rescue Carrier or having to find any of those pieces. I don't have a Scoop Up Net, but that should be okay. So what I guess what I do is I try to Pokemon Catcher a Genesect next turn. And if that doesn't work, then I use boss's orders. Have I priced energies? That would be the prevailing theory, Kim. That would be what I think has happened here. Of course, that's my top deck. All right, so I try and bring up another Genesect with Pokemon Catcher. And if that works, then I can use Peonia, and we can see if I do have any energy in there. All right, so what... Oh, I should not have put that Durant up there. That was a bit of a mistake. All right, let's do this. And Weeping Souls, are you back for more of my codes? What the hell? Okay. So Quick Ball, Level Ball, and a Cinccino will go back in. Where's all my energy? So I'm having to rely on a Cinccino again to try and get out of this. All right, so at this point, I just have to say, let's get rid of the Yell Horn. I've never used it to... God! Why is the deck so annoying? Where's the energy? I specifically play 7. A lot of the lists I saw, pre-Brilliant Stars, are like, oh, we only need 6. Got Roseanne's back, oh, we only need 6. No, you always play 7 in case you prize one, and you get lucky. But, you know, there's a Genesect with a 4 retreat cost, so that's annoying for them. It is possible that they can just keep bosses trapping my Cinccinos, but they're down 1 bosses. To get themselves out of this, they are going to have to use Fusion Strike System, so that's going to lower their deck. So maybe I get lucky here and they mill themselves. Because this is the big weakness with the Mew deck against Durant, is that if you can get a Galar Mine to stick and they bench a Genesect, you're golden. Don't know why they ditched the boss's orders, because Galar Mine is in play, and that would hurt me. And I think I'm down like a couple Scoop Up Net. I'm down at least 1 Scoop Up Net. So I think if you're my opponent, you bosses a Cinccino or the Minccino. I mean, I could start attacking with the Cinccino, start doing 40 damage a turn. Yeah, so they're milling themselves. This is going to be, I think this might be a victory, because they don't play Marnie. They don't play Ordinary Rod. They're just putting Choice Belts everywhere. They're playing Fog Crystal. They're thinning their deck for me with Fusion Strike System. So if you want to beat Mew, play Durant, play Gengar. The Yveltal from Celebrations, yeah, that should probably be in the deck, because I'd be able to get rid of 3 of their fusion energy. And Energy will take a while to get used to this client. I just wish it was faster. If it was just faster, everything would be fine. What the hell is happening with this deck? Are 6 energies like on the bottom of my deck and that's what's going on? There we go. How difficult was that? All right, so I think I just win now. I don't need any more cards. I have 4 Durant. So I'm marking this as a win. They only have 8 cards left. They literally cannot win at this point. I think it is impossible for them to win because I have to mill 8 cards. They have a Genesect stuck in the active. I have an Energy and a Cursed Shovel on my other one. I mean, that's not going to do it. Your Genesect has a 4 energy retreat cost. So this is exactly what Durant is supposed to do against Mew. Like, I didn't attack for the first, 3 turns? It was just trying to trap a Genesect with a Galar Mine, and that was it. So there's no well played emote, so I'll just give them the thumbs up, and yeah, that's game. So I'm milling 4 more, it's 1 more mill, and that's game. They can't do anything. But this is crazy. This is crazy. So I wasn't planning on posting. This is my first video on YouTube for gameplay. So this will be my first gameplay video on YouTube for TCG Live, which is crazy. I was expecting it to be Mew or something, but Durant has been... It's been showing up. Durant has been showing up so far. I mean, 2 wins out of 3 games. That's pretty good. And yeah, Double Turbo Energies did not show up. Twin Energy showed up for work. Double Turbo Energy did not show up for work. So they're milling 2 cards with Cursed Shovel. Oh, they're going to put themselves back. Oh, that was smart. Okay. Okay. I see what Kels did there. I take it back. That was actually really smart. But, I mean, they're losing some things. And I have a Galar Mine. And I have a Bosses. And they have a bench full of Genesect. And I have a Rescue Carrier. So, yes, they are not in good shape here. So, I don't want to get rid of their tool. Let's Echoing Horn that Genesect. So, they can't do... In case they have somebody crazy... Yeah, that was a real 5-head play there. That was really smart by my opponent. Alright, so let's get that. I don't need the Manaphy. May as well get the Minccino just to have a card that I can get rid of. But I thought they were being, you know, not smart by loading that up. But I have the Bosses. I'm going to get rid of 4 cards. If they knock out my Durant, then they're still in trouble. So, I mean, if you're ever playing Mew and you square off against Durant, Psychic Leap. Okay. I will put up a Durant. So the reason I'm putting up Durant is so they can't try and just stall me out. I mean, I don't think that's possible. But I'd rather just put a Durant up there just to, you know, have a Durant there. Because I think they're out of... They have to be out of, like, Escape Rope. They've played... Yeah, they've played 2. So yeah, when you go to... So when it's all, it's single. But when you do trainers and Pokemon, it stacks them. Are they going for the stall? Who are they going after? I don't know about this. Kel, what are you doing? I mean, I'm not going to doubt Kel again after that crazy play they did, but... Okay. You swapped a Durant for a Durant? Cross Fusion Strike. You're going to use... Oh, I don't think you have any Power Tablet. I don't think they played... Because they have a DTE. Oh, they did. Okay. So they did use it, but they didn't take a knockout. So that kind of defeats the purpose, I think. So now all I have to do is find an energy. There's energy somewhere. I don't want to use Marnie yet. That'll be something I use Big Brain Boss. I don't know why they did that. There's the DTE. So the energy finally shows up at the final hour. You know, my opponent did everything they could. I got rid of all their energy is gone. All the energy is gone. They cannot come back from that. Yeah, that was... Okay, so it was a 5-head play the first time they did it, but if I was able to hit all of their energy, then they would have been just out of the game. So it's 5-head play unless your opponent hits all your energy. Alright, so you never want to go first with this deck. Never ever. I took the Snorlax out for this very reason, because you never want to go first. Alright, so my opponent won and is deciding who goes first. Metagross right deck? Probably... I will go first. Alright, well, that's not great. Unless I get like 2 Battle VIP Pass in my hand. This isn't horrible. I think I'll put the Manaphy up there. This might be Shadow Rider. Or it's just Mew with Meloetta. Or it's Malamar. So yeah, Malamar I said was a bit of a tough matchup. But... I think I do that. I don't want to Quick Ball that away. I think I have to Quick Ball away the Galar Mine. And just go get a Minccino. Oh, I finally prized the Kevin Durant. So I believe I just go for literally another Minccino, because this is not a good starting hand, and they're probably not playing Marnie. If it was a deck that I thought played Marnie, then I wouldn't play like that, but I don't think they're playing Marnie. I think they're just playing the Malamar deck, probably the free one. I played against this one earlier today. It was a bit of a tough matchup, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. And they got an Inkay, so this isn't great. It's just, I think with the cards I had available to me going first, okay, put the Crobat into play. I am not upset about that. Mill your own deck for me. Because that's the other side of the coin, is if everything is going right for you, obviously you have a good chance against Durant if you just have everything you need in your starting hand. But if you have to play cards like Quick Ball and Level Ball and Crobat and Research, then you're just thinning your own deck for your opponent. Like, their 60 card deck is going to have 38 cards by the time they attack. Maybe 37. And they're going to have to take 6 knockouts. So they have to get a Remoraid out of the active. They have to find a Malamar. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think, I mean, the double Turbo Energy is technically the least important card there if I want to attack this turn. But I mean, if I waste a turn, I don't think it's the, okay, shouldn't have. Okay, well, I'll just attach the double Turbo Energy there to maybe save myself a turn later, and we're just gonna pass. So don't listen to me when it comes to this deck. Apparently I'm not very good at playing this deck. Alright, let's see what's going on in the subreddit, because every day I go on the subreddit and somebody has a new bug. Like, I checked the bug list on the forums, and there's so many. There's so many bugs in the game, it's not even funny. Oh no, they have to use Bruno. So this is where I should have held Galar Mine. So they'll be able to go get Tower of Waters. Maybe not the worst thing, because if they have to get a Tower of Waters, that's one less Tower of Waters they can go and get later when I do have Galar Mine in play. And yeah, so the subreddit, one of the people is asking, has the state of the game become unplayable? It was the right play? Yeah, okay. And they didn't take a knockout, so yes. Kim, I'm the best player ever. Because, I mean, at best, maybe I would have, milled one card, and there's a Research. Beautiful. Everything works out. Research has to be in this deck. I know it's always a risk. I prize the Durant. That's fine. I don't even have the bench space for it. The longer this game goes on, I think it's the better for me. And there's the friggin' Battle VIP Pass. Okay, so Twin Energy goes there. Okay, that's weird. So the game, you have to give the game a second to catch up, I guess. Alright, so Yell Horn. Okay, so I can, this is the combo. This is the combo right here. You Yell Horn and then you Scoop Up Net. So now they have to flip for Confusion now. I know I'm only milling 2 cards, but they do have to flip for Confusion. And I mean, I didn't really get rid of anything good there. I guess what I want to get rid of right now is Tower of Waters. I think Tower of Waters, oh, thank you. Why didn't you use your Pokemon Catcher? If you're Zoidberg in that situation, you go for the Pokemon Catcher and you just try and bring up a Cinccino. Like, obviously I have the Twin Energy and I can get around it. But if you're Zoidberg, that is what you do. You use the Pokemon Catcher while you can. But yeah, very nice combo. Scoop Up Net and Yell Horn. So you have a 50-50 chance of surviving a hit. And then if you have Galar Mine in play, they can't retreat. And Energan, what is the idea? If it's that you just ate an entire bottle of ketchup, I know. We've all been there. And tails! So there you go, there's the combo. There's the combo. They could even knock themselves out and I might even take a prize card. Alright, so we got that there. Just more energy. I don't want to use the Marnie. I really don't want to use any of the cards in my hand because I don't need to. If they'd taken a knockout, I'd use Cynthia's Ambition, but they didn't do that. There's Peonia, so perfect. So I'll put the Manaphy, the Battle VIP Pass. Hopefully I get the Kevin Durant. I did. Insane. And I'm chucking Battle VIP Pass. This is beautiful. This is exactly how you draw it up. You get your opponent with the confusion. They stumble for that first turn. This is exactly how it's supposed to be done. And so Energan, yes, Liepard, Bibarel, Snorlax even. The reason I'm not using those cards is because of Level Ball. So Level Ball is, it's a free search card, but it has to be 90 HP, and Cinccino has 90 HP. I think Liepard has 100 or 110, right? Let me double check. Like that's the only thing holding me back from playing Bibarel or Liepard is just the fact. Yeah, it has 100 HP on the Liepard. It's just the fact that it has more than 90 HP. And there's the Tower of Water. So I do need to find a Galar Mine. Yeah, so it has 100 HP, so it wouldn't work. So that is the only thing holding me back from Bibarel or Snorlax or Liepard. But I do agree. That's why he peers for it. But it's your supporter for turn. That's the problem. Getting rid of 2 more. So I still haven't gotten rid of quite what I need to get rid of, but I'm all set up with Durant. I just need... yeah, I can level ball for the Minccino, and we're good. But Bibarel, it's just... do you remember Artillery from... Oh geez, Breakthrough? Where you just, once per turn, you can drop to 5 cards in your hand. So it just, once per turn, you drop to 5 in your hand, and it's great. So now we got another combo going. We got the Galar Mine Pokemon Catcher combo. So I think, yeah, I go for the Pokemon Catcher first, and then I would put Galar Mine down. Because they can't retreat the Crobat, they can't scoop up the Crobat. I did break the Confusion Lock, but if they could retreat the Malamar, I think they would have done something about it already, right? I could have Cinccino'd a little bit more to try and dig for a Cursed Shovel, but I think I've got the game pretty much wrapped up. They have to take 5 knockouts. They have to retreat this Crobat. Even if they bump my Galar Mine, they still need a retreat card for the Crobat. And see, that's why I was willing to break the Confusion Lock, because all I needed was another Malamar. But the downside to Malamar is that you have to keep drawing cards every single turn because you keep shuffling the cards back in. And I could potentially mill those cards you shuffled back in. And like, see, they're milling their deck for me. A lot of decks mill their own deck for you. So it's not like Durant is this really fragile deck where you have to hit these specific cards. But you do have to rely on Galar Mine at least once, and Team Yell Horn at least once. So potentially you need at least, I think, 8 turns to win with Durant. Unless your opponent is milling their deck like crazy, and you're hitting Cursed Shovel in 4 every turn. But I don't think you can win in 6 turns with this deck. Because your opponent will find a way around it. I don't think you can win in 6 turns. So that's what the Yell Horn Scoop Up Net combo is. That's what the Galar Mine Pokemon Catcher combo is. And I did hit their energy. So the only energy they could use to retreat the Crobat is a Psychic Energy. And, oh, I guess they Ordinary Rotted it back in and they didn't find it. So let's just mill 4 cards and win the game. So Durant, absolutely nuts deck. Absolutely nuts. I'm going to win my 3rd game. This is crazy. I was not expecting Durant to be this good. And I mean, I guess Bruno is a big brain play. The ladder on live seems easier. Oh, the ladder, compared to PTCGO, the ladder on live is a million times better. Because your daily quests count towards the ladder. Because I think in PTCGO, the daily quest is just like, oh, you get like 50 coins or something. On these, you get experience from the daily quests. You level up faster. Having to manually accept your daily quest and manually get the rewards, that is so annoying and I hate it. But, I mean, the rewards system is, boom. The reward system in live is a lot better. The game itself is not.